Hey everybody, I had to make the trip up to the iconic lighthouse and the Point of Fistera just one more time because the sun is finally out. Although I don't know that I will be up here for sunset because you just never know. It may be beautiful out now, and an hour from now, the fog rolls off the Atlantic Ocean there behind me, and and it's over, and it's misty and rainy. But I just thought I would do sort of a reflection thing. It's a little 360 view. I'm sort of on the side of a mountain cliff here, as you can see. But I thought that I would do just sort of a reflection on the Camino this year, like I did last year, and and it was just literally another amazing journey. Meeting up with Yoshi after I left Cacabelos. I left Cacabelos on the 11th. I got a little bit of a stomach virus or something that night, and the next morning ended up staying an extra day in the albergue. And then in came Yoshi, and then we became good friends and trekked with each other. I left him that day, the next day in the albergue, because he wanted to stay another day to get some rest. And so I left, and I only did 8 kilometers that day because I didn't want to, push it too far. And then we met up again after I stayed at the next albergue. And then we were taking pictures on his camera because he's a photographer and he's doing some shoots for me. And then, one thing led to another, and I became the the famous backpacker Mike. And then in Osabrero, I got introduced to Cobus and Neil and Ernst and Charlene that were shooting the documentary. And I have a video from them. I have an ending, sort of the final stage video of the Camino that I have them in also. And after I shot it and I reviewed it, and they were gone already, I thought, oh, I should have had them, talk in it or say something or introduce themselves and talk about, the 13-part series of documentary they're working on. So for that, I apologize, but I'll share the information with you as I get it. But it was just wonderful to meet them, and Yoshi and I stuck together the majority of the time and formed a good relationship. And there's just these little weird things that happen on the Camino. We kept meeting up with those guys again. I call them my second Camino family. We kept just oddly running into them in a cafe to eat lunch, and Cobus recognized my hat, and just weird things. The other day when I came down and I was finishing out those last 2 stages, and I come down in to see, and I stopped a little longer at one spot to take a little bit of a break, look at sort of this memorial thing, and then I came down to the marker, and as I was standing at the marker, all of a sudden they pull up behind me in the car, and and they say, are you the famous backpacker Mike? And I thought, who in the world is this? And I turn around and I look, and there it was those guys again. And if I hadn't stayed there and looked at that, or if I hadn't done something different or taken a break when I took a break, I would have completely missed them. So, and then to finish it out up here, and see those guys again up here at the top, and for Cobus to come back and walk back with Yoshi and I after sharing the bottle of champagne that Yoshi and I had was just absolutely amazing. And then we met up with the rest of the guys and had a great dinner and conversation and drinks, and it was just another amazing ride on the Camino. I can't, it's hard to explain. It's, you're basically living out of your backpack every single day. Everything that you have is in that backpack. And you walk 15, 20, 25, 30 kilometers a day, and then you stop, find an albergue, get something to eat, get a shower, wash your clothes maybe if you can, hand wash them, or washer or dryer if they've got one, and then you go to sleep, and then you get back up and you do it again. But the amazing people that you meet along the way are just it's just a beautiful ride. The local people are always so very nice. It's just an emotional, spiritual journey, really, and it's something that I encourage everyone to do, even if you only do part of it. It's just an amazing experience. If you guys have any questions about the Camino or anything like that, or if you're interested in doing it but just don't know that much about it, and you have any questions that you want to ask, please feel free to ask, and there's several Caminos to do. The St. Francis is the most traveled one and the most well marked. There's the Camino Norte that goes across the northern coast of Spain. There's the Portuguese way, which comes up as far south as, I believe, Lisbon, Portugal, and it comes up to Santiago, and there's several other different ways. And then there's the Camino Fistera, which I just finished. There's the Camino Murcia, which I didn't do, but I may come back and do at a later date. So the Camino is just an absolutely amazing ride. It's emotional, and when you finally make it there on your own 2 feet to Santiago and you go to the Pilgrim's Mass, it's just something to be seen. So from a brief reflection from the Camino and this beautiful scenery at in the Atlantic Ocean behind me, and one last time, because I leave tomorrow to go to back to Santiago, and then Santiago to Barcelona for a flight out. Part of me wants to get really emotional. Another part of me is a huge sense of accomplishment, and another part of me wants to go back and start all over again. So I hope in some way you guys were able to experience it with me. And they say to walk a mile in someone's shoes to understand where they come from or where they've been, and in some way I hope that I've been able to allow you guys to walk hundreds of miles in my shoes on this journey. So until the next journey, buen camino. It's Backpacker Mike signing out from the top of Finisterre. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. A journey begins with the first step, guys. Live your dreams. Live your dreams. Take that first step. Don't be scared. Just do it. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, you have a lifetime of memories to live with. You have a lifetime of memories and no regrets. As always, peace, love. Let's experience this world together. And for one last time, buen camino. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to do this and hold this camera at the same time and hopefully not turn it off. But I'm going to take my rock. I'm going to throw it as far as I can out there. And, oh look, little birds. Hi, Mom. Hi. That's crazy. That is crazy. My sister Susie tells me to watch out for the birds, and I put it in a few posts before. And I told Yoshi about it, and the other guys. And that's just really weird. She says, watch out for the birds, because that's Mom telling you that. It's Mom telling you that everything's going to be okay. Okay. And for those of you who don't know, I lost my mother when I was 5. And it's not something that I publicly talk about, but I feel like with that just happening, it's probably meant to be or mention it. But I feel like my mother has been with me on this whole journey. And last year or two when I did it, and now that I'm gonna take this rock and throw it out into the ocean, the bird shows up to let me know that Mom says it's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Okay. For one last time, Buen Camino from Fistera. I think it hit. It's pretty far down. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. There are so many little signs in life that you never see until you take the chance to see them. You'll never see them until you pay attention. So many little things. It's just crazy. All right, guys. I gotta go. This is just really awesome. Talk to you guys soon.